Stu's channel.
Greetings, my fellow brethren, RC brethren. Once again, welcome back to Stu's channel. Went to the hobby shop today. Yes. Briefly, took me no time to go get it. Well, what did you get, Stu? I got a bunch of the same servos that I had, these guys, and then one to push my my retract, my pneumatic retracts. This is to push that thing around. This guy here was only like $9. These guys here, well, they weren't just $9, but you know what? These are sweet. These are high-techs. They're HS65MG, the Mighty Feathers. I got these. I got some of these. These are CA hinges, because I plan on putting more hinges into the rudder than I have. And of course, you can't just pick one, so I bought the whole thing. It's like $4 for all these. I'm sure I'll build in the future. Let's see. I got some ends. Yeah, no, I got EC3 ends. This is for the ESC side, and I got, might as well have the battery side. Check it out. Applicators. Stuff I probably should have had to begin with. When you're starting your project, these are cheap. Go get one, or two, or three. Go get a few of these. This is to slurp up your CA and work in some really small areas without the stuff running out. It just keeps it in there. So I got some of those. Yeah, these are props from my baby shark and my rifle. Had a landing the last time that broke my prop. Check it out. This is a hinge tool. Do I absolutely need it? Nah, I really don't. What the heck? You know, it was pretty cheap. It's like $3. And it's going to basically make my mark for me right up the center of that that tail. And my advice from those folks to get into the glass, hey, it's Dremel time. Dremel time. And also those marks for the retract wheels to go into. Dremel time. Yeah, it's all Dremel action. So, there's where we are right now. I noticed something pretty cool when I was looking through my parts. And I kind of dug into one of them. But, check it out. Inside my parts bag. See it? Yes, lo and behold. Oh, I see a hole. Yeah. These are obviously the panels. These are the panels that go over the top of the servos. My objective is to cut that stuff out. I wonder if I could just get a soldering gun and just kind of, right on there, take it right off. Probably. And if I screwed up, I've got white to go over the top of this, the extra stuff I have left over. I cut one out. Right there. How'd I do it? Probably the most primitive method known to man. I used a saw with a really thin tip and just kind of kept going around the oval and kept going around it and around it and around it until it was done. I did pick up a little tiny hobby knife, because I'm using my big, I'm actually using a carpet knife. It's sharp, does the job, obviously, we're this far so far. But I needed something thin because I was thinking about these. Well, I left it on the counter at the hobby shop. Yeah, I'll admit it. I did, all right? I'll just admit it. I left it there. But I'm on track. I think this is pretty clean. What do you guys think? That's pretty clean. I'll just keep using the primitive method that I was using before. I would move my towel out of the way, like so. Let me get it so you peeps can see this. I'd move my towel out of the way, set this down like this, and I got my saw, And it's really, seriously, it's a saw. And I started marking edges. Just kind of went in. It's almost as sharp as a hobby knife. It's so sharp. And just started marking my edges. Digging around it. It's pretty sharp. Even the back side of this thing, because, you know, force per unit area, look how small it is. Dinky little thing. And so I just started, carving around here. Like so. Just started carving. There goes the middle. Am I really worried about this part? No, I have the same matching white. So worst comes to worst. And look, I'm just scratching the stuff out of there. It's literally just coming out of there. Scratching it out. I could just cover this up with the white I have. Even redo the thing if I really screw up. But I think this right here will work. I've got a fair amount of pressure on the top. And I just sort of dug the thing out. Check it out. Ta-da! You know what would have been cool though? If I'd have just taken a line, you know, got my razor and just went straight down and let my servo swing back and forth between a slot. That could have worked. I mean, it could have. You know? But these look like they're supposed to be cut out. Clean it up a little bit. And I was going through the sort of the test fit of this stuff, and I thought, you know what, this stuff's sort of like monocoat. You know, it is. I haven't done this before. I'm guessing. Okay, so you guys are probably going to give me some crap. It's a soldering gun. I know this stuff is sort of like monocoat, so I was able to clean these up so that they look really, really nice. I mean, exact. But I wanted to test fit these things to see if they were clean, if they were nice, and they weren't fitting because these, by the way, aren't all the same size, so find the one that's going to fit in there. And these two obviously go, like so. See how nice that looks? Primitive Pete. Experimentation with the, there we go, see that? With my saw to make these holes, you know, left my little thing, and look how clean that is. I mean, just clean! Nice. So that little trick has worked good for me. A little soldering gun, just bam! Run it across there, get that stuff off. And that hole turns out so nice. How accurate that is. It's like I've laser cutted it out. Of course I don't have a laser cutter, so. That's what I did for this part. Now I'm going to hook up my servos to some juice, figure out their direction, then I will start this other process. See you in a second. Welcome back. I'm using this plane to, I zeroed this out so that this servo was zeroed. Let me see if I can focus better. Nope, I can't. That's it, buddy. Okay. At any rate, do you see this? Not that I can chop the arm shorter, I can adjust travel, that sort of thing, but this is in general how this one is going to mount. This is a right aileron is what it is. That's how this is going on. I'm coming over here to zero this out so that when I've got this straight. That way I don't hook everything up and I'm like, oh man, that sucks. I'm going to have to dig that thing back out and undo this and undo that. I'm just going to check it up front and make sure it's right. So the objective with these, of course, is to make sure that this is centered, to make sure that the servo is centered in between, the arm is centered right in the middle of the hole. See it? Real good. And I'll just make the adjustment here. And it'll be just parallel with this. This arm will swing. This arm will swing parallel with this hole. Perfectly parallel, right down the center of this thing. That's how I'll have it. Alright, we'll be back.